You think Ghana's wealth is all about gold, cocoa, or politicians in power? Think again. Behind the country's biggest fortunes stand women whose influence stretches far beyond luxury mansions and designer labels.
Honored to welcome you to this year's Vodafone Business.
These are the wives who quietly built dynasties beside their billionaire husbands, turning family wealth into empires of their own.
Galamsey workers and contractors to move from carrying the sand.
Today, we pull back the curtain on Ghana's richest black wives, the women whose power moves shape industries, politics, and prestige in ways few ever see. Let's get into it. 10. Beatrice Agyemong Abbey. Beatrice Agyemong's story is one of quiet power, sharp intellect, and relentless ambition. Many know her as the woman leading Media General, one of Ghana's biggest media conglomerates. But what most don't realize is how she climbed from newsroom producer to CEO of a company that shapes public opinion across the nation. Born and raised in Ghana, Beatrice grew up with a deep love for communication and storytelling. She wasn't born into wealth or privilege, but she had drive. After earning her degree in journalism and communications, she joined the media industry when few women held leadership roles. Those early years weren't glamorous. She worked behind the camera, producing shows and managing newsroom schedules. Yet every challenge became a lesson in how to lead, how to manage people, and how to build influence quietly from within. Her big break came when she joined Media General, the powerhouse behind TV3, Onua TV, and other major platforms. Through discipline and innovation,
every information and news we put out there can either impact positively or otherwise.
Beatrice rose through the ranks, eventually becoming Group CEO, the first woman to hold the position in the company's history. Under her leadership, Media General expanded its reach across television, radio, and digital platforms, turning it into one of Ghana's most trusted media networks.
1st of October 2022 marks TV3 Silver Jubilee, 25 years of growth and broadcast excellence.
But her success isn't limited to corporate boardrooms. Beatrice is also known for mentoring young women, pushing for gender inclusion in media, and investing in education. Her leadership style blends empathy with strategy. She not only manages a company, but she's also making sure she builds a legacy for young women to follow.
For us in school, we should never behave as people who know it all. We should learn, and that is why the school is organizing these lectures for you.
Married and deeply private about her personal life, she embodies the idea of influence without noise. Today, Beatrice Agyemong stands as one of Ghana's richest and most powerful black women, proving that true wealth isn't only in money, but in the to change narratives and open doors for others. Next on the list is a woman whose power reshaped public trust and leadership itself, one whose journey carried her from the corridors of law to the very center of national decision-making. 9. Charlotte Osei. No one in Ghana has redefined leadership, integrity, and resilience quite like Charlotte Osei. For years, she stood at the crossroads of governance, law, and public service, using her platform not for fame, but for accountability and reform. Most people remember her as the formidable chairperson of Ghana's Electoral Commission, the woman who oversaw one of the country's most closely watched elections.
That they cannot. We've recently, for instance, asked political parties to submit audited accounts for the past 3 years. We've given them a deadline of May 31st. Several of them have started complying.
But Charlotte's story began long before the spotlight. Born in 1969, she grew up in a family that valued education and excellence. After earning her law degree, she built a career rooted in fairness and structure. She later obtained a master's in business leadership and international relations. This would end up being a training that would shape her approach to governance. Before the public knew her name, she was already serving as chairperson of the National Commission for Civic Education, leading efforts to strengthen democracy and civic awareness across Ghana.
Democracy dies when there's silence. So the fact that we have an annual dialogue to talk about democracy is one of the key things that would help to keep democracy alive.
When she became head of the Electoral Commission, Charlotte broke barriers as the first woman to ever hold that position.
And the lives of many others. As I prepare to share my reflections of Uncle Fifi, I am reminded of former President Muhammadu Buhari's words.
Her tenure wasn't without controversy, but she handled political storms with composure and conviction. In interviews, she often said she believed in doing the right thing, even when it came at a personal cost. That principle guided her through some of Ghana's most defining democratic moments. Beyond politics, Charlotte has become an influential voice for women in leadership. She now works across Africa, consulting on governance, elections, and institutional reform. Her presence commands respect, and her career continues to inspire a generation of young African women who dream of leading with purpose. Her marriage to businessman and diplomat Tony Osei adds another layer to her story, one that places her within Ghana's circles of both political and economic influence. Today, Charlotte Osei remains a symbol of intellect, elegance, and quiet power. If you're enjoying this countdown, now's the perfect time to hit the like button and subscribe. More than 90% of you watch without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it helps us bring you even more powerful stories. 8. Valentina Mina. Valentina Minta's story is one of vision, technology, and trailblazing leadership. In a world where tech was long considered a man's game, she carved her path with confidence, building digital systems that power global trade today.
Data elements, all the documents, etc. that are required to comply with importing and exporting regulations to make it accessible.
Many know her as the founder of West Blue Consulting, the company that transformed how customs and port operations run in Ghana and beyond. But what most don't see is the years of work, innovation, and quiet determination that made her one of Africa's most respected tech entrepreneurs.
In terms of our mandate with the government of Ghana, we have 3 mandates. The first was to support the activities of the GRA Customs Division and other stakeholders to successfully take over the functions of the destination inspection companies on the 1st of September, which we've successfully done.
Born and raised in Ghana, Valentina showed an early love for problem solving and data. She studied information systems and management in the UK, where she realized how technology could simplify complex structures. After years of corporate experience abroad, she returned home, not to join an existing firm, but to build one. With that, West Blue Consulting was born, a company focused on developing digital trade solutions for governments across Africa. Her big break came when West Blue was contracted to automate Ghana's customs operations, streamlining import and export processes that had been plagued by inefficiency. Under her leadership, Ghana's trade systems went digital, cutting corruption and improving transparency. It was a turning point, proving that African-led tech firms could deliver large-scale innovation on the global stage. Valentina's influence soon extended beyond Ghana. She was appointed to the International Chamber of Commerce in Paris, making history as the first African woman to serve on its executive board. Her work now shapes policies that govern global trade and digital transformation.
But for this session, I'll wear the 3 hats of a technology executive, a trade facilitation practitioner, and an executive board member of the International Chamber of Commerce.
Married and known for keeping her family life private, Valentina Minta balances boardrooms with mentorship, guiding young women in tech to aim higher. Today, she stands among Ghana's wealthiest and most influential women, showing that power in the digital age is actually coded, built, and executed. Next on the list is a woman whose story blends glamour with grit, a business powerhouse who turned gold into influence and built her name in a world few women ever dared to enter. 7. Joanna Gyan Kujo. Joanna Gyan Kujo's story is one of grit, reinvention, and fearless ambition. She's not just known as the wife of Ghanaian musician Keche Andrew. She's the woman who turned raw determination into a gold mining empire. In an industry dominated by men, Joanna built her name from the ground up, transforming her love for business into one of Ghana's most inspiring success stories.
So you see all the pit around there where sometimes someone can even fall in and die. And there's been cases that we lose many lives because.
Born in Wassa, Agona, a town in Ghana's western region, rich in natural resources, Joanna's childhood was far from glamorous. She started out selling small items to make ends meet, learning early how to negotiate, manage people, and spot opportunity. Those lessons became the foundation for everything she would later build. Her big break came when she ventured into the gold business. While most saw mining as too risky or inaccessible, Joanna saw potential. She founded Golden Empire Empire Legacy Limited, a company involved in gold trading, exports, and mining concessions.
Women in mining is one of the beautiful jobs every woman would love to do because you get paid. There's good money.
Get paid, that is the part that...
Through persistence and bold networking, she built partnerships that extended beyond Ghana's borders, linking her company to global markets. What sets Joanna apart is her transparency and charisma. She doesn't shy away from showing her journey on how she faced skepticism, gender bias, and rumors, yet kept moving forward. Over the years, she's evolved from an entrepreneur to a philanthropist, launching initiatives that support women and youth in entrepreneurship.
The colleague Galamsey workers and contractors to move from carrying the sand to washing to selling, then a partner in the Galamsey work.
Her marriage to Keech Andrew brought her further into the public eye, but Joanna has always made it clear that her identity stands on her own merit. She's a business leader first, a celebrity wife second. Today, her name carries weight across Ghana's business circles, and her ventures have diversified into real estate, events, and social impact projects. From rural beginnings to global recognition, Joanna Gayan Kujo proves that true wealth is built through courage, consistency, and vision. Next, we meet a woman whose power lies in storytelling, one who shaped how a nation sees itself through television and media. 6. Patricia Obonai. Patricia Obonai is one of Ghana's most dynamic leaders, and her rise to the top of the telecommunications industry has made her a symbol of what's possible when skill meets ambition. From engineering to executive leadership, she's left her mark on sectors where few women have ever sat at the table.
From the stream that's flowing behind your house, then you definitely use technology to get some water to your tap. And actually, you even drove here in a piece of technology.
Her journey began with a strong foundation in science and technology. Patricia studied electrical engineering at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, later earning an executive MBA from the University of Ghana and completing leadership programs at INSEAD in France and London Business School. From the start, she wasn't afraid to take on complex systems and tough challenges. She saw them as puzzles waiting to be solved. Her career took off at Vodafone Ghana, where she joined as Chief Technology Officer. Her sharp technical mind, paired with her ability to lead people, quickly set her apart. She became known for her discipline, innovative thinking, and calm authority in high-pressure situations. Her real breakthrough came in 2019 when she was appointed CEO of Vodafone Ghana, the first Ghanaian and first woman ever to hold the position.
I'm deeply honored to welcome you to this year's Vodafone Business Runway, which is one of our unique platforms we have developed to give you back to our customers.
It was a historic moment, not just for her, but for women in corporate leadership across Africa. Under her leadership, Vodafone Ghana expanded digital inclusion initiatives, empowered small businesses through technology, and introduced new customer-focused innovations that strengthened the company's presence in a fiercely competitive market. Patricia often says that leadership isn't about titles, but about service and purpose. She's used her platform to champion STEM education for girls, advocate for gender balance in tech, and mentor young professionals across Ghana. Her influence now extends beyond telecommunications. She serves on several national and international boards, shaping conversations around technology and sustainable business. Today, Patricia Obonai stands as one of Ghana's most respected executives, with a net worth in the millions and a legacy built on intellect, integrity, and impact. She's shown that Ghanaian women not only work in technology, but they're also capable of leading it.
If you're operating in a community, you must understand that the survival of the economy, the survival of that community actually depends on what you do. And it's
next on our list is a woman who redefined beauty, health, and entrepreneurship in Ghana and became one of the country's most admired business icons. 5. Grace Amy Obeng. Her name is synonymous with elegance, empowerment, and enterprise. For over 3 decades, she's built a legacy that blends skincare, education, and philanthropy, proving that beauty can be both profitable and purposeful.
Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. And my parents are Mr. Christian Ame and Mrs. Christiana.
Grace Amy Obeng's journey began in the 1980s when she studied beauty therapy in the United Kingdom. At the time, the industry was dominated by foreign products and unrealistic beauty standards. But Grace saw an opportunity to create skincare solutions that celebrated African skin instead of bleaching it. With that vision, she returned to Ghana and founded Forever Claire Group, which is now called FC Group of Companies. It is a brand that quickly became a household name across West Africa. Her company didn't just sell cosmetics. It offered confidence, jobs, and education. Grace established the FC Beauty College, training thousands of young women and men in professional beauty therapy and entrepreneurship. Many of her graduates have gone on to start their own businesses, turning her influence into a ripple effect across Ghana's economy.
Grace Omi Obeng has changed the face of Ghana single-handedly. She was the first to bring the beauty industry to her home country and now trains some 500 students each year.
Her rise in business came from persistence and purpose, not privilege. She built her empire from the ground up, expanding into manufacturing, distribution, and wellness services. Today, FC Group has branches across Africa, standing as one of Ghana's most successful indigenous brands. Beyond business, Grace Amy Obeng is a philanthropist, mentor, and advocate for women's empowerment. Through the Grace Amy Obeng Foundation International, she supports education, healthcare, and mentorship programs for young women.
GALFI is an NGO set up primarily to assist vulnerable girls who sell sex for money. Currently,
her accolades include numerous awards for leadership and entrepreneurship, and her estimated net worth sits in the multi-million-dollar range. But for Grace, wealth isn't just about money, it's about impact. She remains one of Ghana's most respected figures, showing that when women lead with purpose, industries transform.
I realized that there was an opportunity to do business with Uganda. So we planned coming back, not only to sell products.
Next on our list is a woman whose name commands respect in Ghana's business and philanthropic circles. Gifty Lamptey. She's known for her poise, determination, and quiet influence. She's a woman who turned personal loss into purpose and built one of the most successful female-led empires in the country. As the CEO of Sidalco Group of Companies, Gifty Lamptey has become a symbol of resilience and leadership in industries that many women once stayed away from. Her story began alongside her late husband, David Lamptey, a prominent businessman and politician. Together, they built the foundations of the Sidalco Group, a conglomerate involved in agriculture, real estate, and construction. When he passed away, many expected the business to fade. Instead, Gifty took the reins, expanded operations, and cemented the company's legacy. Under her leadership, Sidalco has grown into a leading name in fertilizer production and agricultural solutions, supporting Ghana's farmers and contributing to the country's food security. But Gifty Lamptey's impact stretches far beyond business. She's the founder of Ladies of the Cross International Ministries, a Christian women's organization dedicated to empowering women spiritually and economically.
All I need to tell women is that we are special in the eyes of God, and we have a purpose for which God created us. We should deep into the Word of God and look for that purpose. And as we look for that purpose, we'll excel in everything that we do.
Through her foundation, she has championed education, youth mentorship, and community welfare programs, particularly for underprivileged families. Her influence has not gone unnoticed. She's received numerous awards for leadership, philanthropy, and entrepreneurship, earning her a place among Ghana's most powerful women. Despite her achievements, Gifty remains deeply grounded in faith and family, which is a balance she often credits as the secret to her success. Today, Gifty Lamptey's net worth is estimated in the millions, reflecting her decades of work in business and investment. But what truly defines her is her legacy, one built on strength, compassion, and vision. In an era where wealth often overshadows purpose, Gifty Lamptey stands out as a reminder that true power lies in building others while building yourself. Next on our list is a woman whose journey from a small trading business to building one of Ghana's biggest manufacturing empires has made her a national icon. Kate Korty Papafio. She's the founder and CEO of Leroy Cables Limited, one of West Africa's leading cable manufacturing companies, a name trusted across industries, from construction to energy. Kate's story isn't one of overnight success. She started small, selling electrical cables before deciding to manufacture them locally when she realized Ghana depended too heavily on imports. That bold move changed everything. Through determination and sharp business instincts, she built Leroy Cables into a brand that now exports across Africa, supplying major infrastructure beyond her company. Kate has become a strong voice for women in business, advocating for greater participation in manufacturing and industrial sectors traditionally dominated by men. She's proof that women can not only compete but lead in heavy industry, a space once thought too tough for female entrepreneurs.
I always say that where there is negative, there is always positive. And you have to take the positive side of things and run with it. And be bold.
Under her leadership, the Leroy Group has expanded into real estate, power distribution, and engineering services, strengthening Ghana's industrial base and creating hundreds of jobs. She's also an active supporter of policies that promote local production, seeing it as the key to Africa's economic independence. Kate Quartey-Papafio has earned several honors, including being named one of Africa's most influential women in business and industry. Her wealth is self-made, rooted in innovation, hard work, and an unshakable belief that Africans can produce what they consume.
I think looking at it from the industry in terms of cables, when we talk about the industry, I mean the time is now, especially to do with
Yet, beyond the boardrooms and awards, Kate is admired for her humility and quiet strength. Today, she's not only one of the richest Black women in Ghana, but also a symbol of what happens when vision meets courage. Next on our list is a woman who transformed Ghana's skyline and became a symbol of vision, grit, and precision in real estate. 2. Teresa Opong Biko. In a sector long dominated by men, she stood her ground, proving that excellence has no gender. Today, she's recognized as one of Ghana's most accomplished entrepreneurs and the founder of Manet Group, one of the country's largest and most respected real estate firms. Teresa's story began with a passion for creating spaces that elevate how people live and work. After earning her degree in business administration, she entered the world of property development in the 1990s, a time when few women dared to. Her eye for design, deep understanding of markets, and fearless approach quickly set her apart. Under her leadership, Manet grew from a small local developer into a multi-million-dollar conglomerate with subsidiaries in construction, hospitality, and financial services. Her flagship projects, including Manet Gardens, Manet Ville, and the luxurious Manet Towers, redefined modern living in Ghana's capital. She's often described as disciplined, visionary, and unshaken by challenges. When asked how she handles the pressure of leading such a vast empire, she once said, "Success isn't luck, it's consistency." That attitude has kept her at the top of her game for decades. Beyond business, Teresa is also known for her philanthropy and commitment to youth empowerment. She invests in education, healthcare, and housing for underprivileged communities, believing that success means little if it doesn't uplift others. Her achievements have earned her numerous awards, including recognition among Ghana's top CEOs and one of Africa's most influential women. With a net worth in the multi-millions, Teresa Opong Biko continues to build not just structures, but legacies, each one standing as a monument to resilience and vision. 1. Patricia Poku Diaby. At the top of Ghana's wealth pyramid stands a woman whose story embodies quiet power and relentless ambition. Being one of the richest women in Ghana isn't her only achievement. She's also made herself a force in West Africa's business landscape and is now known for turning raw potential into a thriving industrial empire. Patricia is the founder and CEO of Plot Enterprise Group,
a foreign exchange earner,
a Ghanaian-owned company with operations in cocoa processing, logistics, and trading. Her business acumen has placed her among the most successful entrepreneurs on the continent, with a net worth estimated in the hundreds of millions. While others chased quick wins, Patricia built something lasting, an empire rooted in production, quality, and innovation. Her rise didn't come overnight. Patricia started small, working in her family's trading business before striking out on her own. With an eye for opportunity, she ventured into cocoa, one of Ghana's most valuable exports. Under her leadership, Plot Enterprise established one of the few wholly Ghanaian-owned cocoa processing plants in the country, capable of handling tens of thousands of metric tons annually. Her success sent a strong message across the industry that Ghanaian entrepreneurs could compete with global giants on their own soil. Patricia's operations don't just generate wealth, they create jobs and boost local manufacturing, contributing to Ghana's economic independence. Despite her immense success, she keeps a low profile, letting her results speak for themselves. Colleagues describe her as disciplined, meticulous, and deeply committed to excellence. Beyond business, she supports initiatives in education and women's empowerment, helping young Ghanaians pursue opportunities in business and industry. When asked what drives her, Patricia once said she believes in growth through purpose and persistence. That belief has shaped her journey. Her empire may have started with cocoa, but today it represents something far greater: the strength and vision of African women redefining wealth on their own terms. And that wraps up our countdown of the richest Black wives in Ghana. Their story proves that power and elegance can go hand in hand. If you enjoyed this deep dive, check out our video on the richest Black wives in Nigeria. You won't believe who made the cut.